So yeah, this is Studio Update 9. It's really getting there, isn't it? Anyway, this is Studio Update 9, and today I'm focusing more on arranging and doing different arrangements. So this is a lot of the tedious work that people don't see too much of, because it's kind of like listening and listening and listening and making decisions and trying a few different ideas out. So what I'm embarking upon now is I've decided I feel like there's enough parts of the song to be finished. I mean, actually, the way it was, without me moving anything, it sounds like a finished song to me. I mean, the last part that I was inspired by the picture, that just seems like a really good ending, you know. But I feel as if maybe a couple of the parts need to repeat more, and that's why I'm starting to do some editing and arranging of the piece. I've done a save as, so I don't mess with the original file, and I am starting to mess with it now by copying and pasting parts to make the song more repetitive in areas, because me personally, that's what I like. And I mentioned this, I believe, on Studio Update 6 or 7, that when I write music, even though it's instrumental, it's more so, it's kind of like I write it for a singer, kind of. Because my entire first record was all written for a singer, and I could never find a cool singer, or if I did find a cool singer, they were just, their work ethic was horrible and they were lazy or whatever, so I just said, screw it, I'm going to write melodies over all of it and just release it as an instrumental record. So that's what happened with the first record. And that's why I think people can identify with that music a little better, because of the fact that there's intro and then a verse and then like a, you know, bridge or pre-chorus, chorus, second verse, bridge solo section kind of a thing, third verse, maybe another chorus and an outro kind of a thing. So I'm starting to build it. I have created memory locations, which is great because it color codes it, it names it. There's a little memory location window you can call up in Pro Tools, and while you're playing, you can just click on a memory location of like the 7/8 riff, just go. And then all of a sudden you're there immediately. If I want to hear the intro, I just click that. That intro. If I want to hear the big chords, verse 1. So it's quite nice, and you can kind of skip around. And it's almost like a way for you to preview, if you wanted to. Like if you were at the last part of something, a riff, and you wanted to go, oh, I wonder what that would sound like if I immediately went to the pre-chorus after that. You could kind of like get ready, and as long as you're in time, you can click it right afterwards and kind of hear it go. You know? So I took this whole section. Took that whole section and I decided to grab it all, move it to the right, because I knew I wanted to use that as the outro of the song. That's the way I feel about it right now anyway. So what I've done is, once I moved that, I was like, okay, I've got if you remember, this section right here, that's that kind of string skipping major riff, but it's a higher key than this one here. Lower key, higher key. So I went ahead and copied and pasted the lower key one to be here again. So it repeats, 2 times. It's there, goes to the diminished riff here. Back to this riff again, and then the diminished riff again. And it's going to go to the string skip, but goes to the scale lower key. Okay, so I was like, how am I going to get from there back to that like verse section? And I call a verse this is a verse. Okay. So how I'm going to do that is probably use that transition fill that I've been working on. That transition fill would be this. Right there. let's see, I'm gonna have to go back. I can't talk. I'm gonna go back and to verse 1 and grab those drums. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in far enough. Okay, so these are the drums, and you get it. This is that funny sound that we get when we drag and drop. I think all the parts are strong on their own. You know, I don't think there's a weak link in this particular song. Otherwise, if there's a weak link, I usually just ditch it. I usually just fuck that part. It's gone. It doesn't make the cut. You know, it's not good enough. But I feel as if most of these parts are right. But for me to, you know, since I kind of felt like I needed to get back to the riff, and the riff being, you know, this. Hey, you like my beard? It's not weird. Don't be scared.